No, I don't think so. We've had that happen already. We had it at the US Open. Who can say that Bryson DeChambeau winning at Pinehurst was bad for the game? I think that was one of the best final rounds of the last decade in majors, and largely because it was LIV versus PGA Tour, the villain versus the hero, Bryson versus Rory. Coming into the Masters, we've got a couple of obvious contenders, probably none more so than Jon Rahm. But the one to watch is Joaquin Niemann. Now, Phil Mickelson, a great internet troll as he's become, says Joaquin Niemann is the #1 player in the game. That, of course, is incorrect. He's got a little bit to do yet to reach the standards of Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. And the big question he's got to answer is, can he produce his LIV golf form, which has been outstanding, in majors? He's not done it yet. In fact, he's never played really well in the major. But he does have the game for Augusta National. He does have the sub-70 round, which generally has been one of the best trends. He just hasn't had a chance to win one of the most important tournaments in the game. Could that change this week? Absolutely it could. And if he were to win, well, I'm sure LIV Golf would make a big, big song and dance about it. But come Sunday, if we do have that mix of LIV versus PGA Tour, probably viewership will go up and the game in general will be all the better for it. Better still if Rory McIlroy can take care of all of it. So #1, the favourite has to be Scottie Scheffler. He's won it twice in the last 3 years. He's got a game perfect for Augusta National, a demeanour perfect for the Masters. So he's the man to beat. He's not been at his absolute flying best this year, but that's by his very own lofty standards. And if you want a good omen in his favour, he was second in Houston on the eve of the Masters last year. He was second in Houston just 10 or so days ago. So he arrives in good enough shape, certainly, and as the man they've all got to beat. So second favourite is Rory McIlroy. He's the one who would be the biggest story this week, no doubt about that. On paper, he's got an excellent chance. You know, he's got a really good record at Augusta down the years, contended several times ever since that meltdown in 2011. And he's won 2 of the biggest tournaments on the PGA Tour this year. The negative, the big question he has to answer is, can he win a major of any kind 11 years after his last one? Can he win this major to complete the career Grand Slam? It's a massive, massive opportunity, but it comes with massive, massive expectation and pressure. And if he does it, make no mistake, he'll go down as the best of his generation and one of the best in history. So best of the rest behind the big 2, well, you could give that to any one of a number of golfers, but I think Collin Morikawa is probably the one who deserves it. He's been the best golfer on the PGA Tour this year without a win, and he kind of had that stolen from him at Bay Hill. Didn't do a lot wrong there behind Russell Henley. As for his game for Augusta, well, it's brilliant. You know, iron play is what you've got to do here, and that's the thing he does best. He is a 2-time major champion, and although we're getting on towards 4 years since the most recent of those, I don't think we should forget what Collin Morikawa has already achieved in this game. Were he to win the Masters, he'd be another who'd be one leg away from the career Grand Slam, and certainly a green jacket does seem to be something that can be achievable in his future. Could he do it now? Certainly, if he putts as well as he has been for the last 6 months, he goes there with a really big chance. So behind Rory, the best other European is probably Ludvig Åberg. He was runner-up on his Masters debut. Not many players do that. Remember, the last debutant to win the Masters was Fuzzy Zoeller in 1979. He came close, and so did Jordan Spieth, of course, on his Masters debut 11 years ago. What did Spieth do? Came back the very next year and dominated. Ludvig Åberg could well do the same. He's a winner this year. He's a very similar golfer to Scottie Scheffler. He's got majors in his future, no doubt about that. Can he putt as well as he did 12 months ago? We'll find out, but if he does, he'd go into Sunday with a massive chance. Best of the LIV players probably has to be Jon Rahm, and he's certainly one of the 5 most likely winners of the Masters. He won it 2 years ago. Many people will expect that pattern of Scheffler, Rahm to continue into a 4th year. He's never played badly at Augusta. He's never played badly on the LIV Golf Tour, but he did play badly in the first 3 majors of last season. If a top 10 finish at the Open was a turning point for him, if he comes here feeling like he can kick on for that and with a bit of a point to prove, then of course one of the best golfers of this generation could win a second green jacket. So a really big outsider to keep an eye on is Danny Willett, the 2016 champion. Now, a lot of people will think, well, he's completely gone off the radar since then, but he's still won big events down the years. And although it's been a little while since the most recent of those, I think there have been some positives this year. He finished 9th at Torrey Pines. That's a really big, hard golf course. And actually, all aspects of his game have shown some improvement. And if you rewind 12 months, he turned up at Augusta, 7 months off. Coming into the Masters, I think everybody thought he would shoot 80 plus in round 1. Well, he broke 70 and he stuck around in the top 10 for 3 days before understandably fading. 1 year on, I think he's fitter, he's stronger, he's in better form. Danny Willett, could he finish in the top 3? Probably not. Could he finish in the top 10? Maybe. I think he's one to watch. More realistic, a winner would be Robert McIntyre. Now, he's really interesting, not just because left-handers have such a good record here, not just because he's got a good record here, but because over the last 12 months, he's really gone up a level. He won the Canadian Open first with his dad on the bag. Then he won the Scottish Open, gaining revenge for what happened a year earlier. That was a huge step forward in his career. From tee to green, he's never been better. And he turns up here, I think, believing he can become a major champion. And you know what? I think I believe it as well. One other at a shorter price, one we'd all love to see go really close, is Tommy Fleetwood. He's got a fabulously consistent Masters record, kind of in line with what he's done on the PGA Tour over the 12 months since the last Masters, which is play well every week and not win. Now, he was third here last year. He's got better with every visit, and he really is at the top of his game. He just needs things to fall his way on Sunday to get over the line. Could it happen in a major? It might just, and certainly he'd be one we'd all be cheering on come Sunday night.